Right, good morning people. So if you watched the last video, Knipe Scar, I said I was coming up to Pooley Bridge afterwards to do another outlying route, and just got here now and it's 11 o'clock, and as you can see, nice little parking space, a free one. Although it was saying we had to park in Pooley Bridge, I'm obviously going to take the free one. So the route is called Dunmallard and Heughscar Hill, and it's around 2 hours and 4 miles. If you can see just behind me through the trees, that's the first outlying fell on the route. Apparently from what I've read, there's nothing actually there, it's just a forest. And then we'll be heading over in the hills here somewhere. This is like the Ullswater way. If you've watched my video in the past, and one of them's going to be up there. Because it's just turned 11 o'clock, it's quite busy and it's actually full in Pooley Bridge, most of the car parking. But yeah, I've got a free one, so although it does say park over there, I'm going to start the route here. It literally adds on probably 10-15 minutes each way, but yeah, let's go anyway. So I've just literally parked around that corner 5 minutes away, and this one hasn't long been here. Not actually sure how much that car park is, but on the maps I can actually cut through here and go up to the summit. But as I say, someone had mentioned on a blog that there isn't actually anything up there. You just walk to the highest point of the forest and that's basically your summit. But obviously Wainwright had it down for some reason. Ah, look at the view here, man. Unbelievable.
Stop.
There's the Ullswater steamer there going out. Good day for it though, man. Wow. Belter. Liking it, Bella? Yeah, because I've parked in the lay-by down the road, you can actually just come straight into the forest. And there's a path running through here up to the summit. When I say the summit, the non-existent one, but you can either park there for free, or if you want to do Pooley Bridge and just ascend that way. It's got a fair bit of incline in it, this. Nice little forestry area though, man. Like, I've circled round this many a times down the bottom, but never walked up here. But yeah, dog's made up anyway. And yeah, nice easy start to for the first one. So it looks like we're nearly at the highest point. I was reading a blog last night and a woman had said you just basically walk to the highest point until you can't walk any higher up, which is pretty much in the centre. It doesn't actually say the height of it on Ordnance Survey, but it is listed. And yeah, as you can see, I'm actually out of breath here. And we have come up a fair whack. See all the houses down below to the trees. And you can just see on the GPS, Dunmallard Hill, and then settlement, whatever that means. Maybe that's like a ruin round it, which I'm going to come into now. Someone's built a little shelter here. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Little wild camp out here. So this is the highest point, it says on the map. Yeah, and there's nothing around here to signify a summit. Yeah, you can see it starts to dip off. But yeah, that's the first outlying fell of the day, Dunmallard Hill. Bit of a strange one, but you know what, something a bit different anyway. Yeah, just gonna have a little mooch around here, but there's nothing to signify the highest point. And you can see that is the highest point anyway. Yeah, people have just built little dens up here. Quite good, that, innit? But yeah, only 2 Wainwright outliers on this one, and we've got to head back down through Pooley Bridge now, and then the second one is just behind Pooley Bridge in the hills. I've probably passed it a lot of times when I've walked down that way, but yeah, we'll head up to that, and that has got a summit. A woman who had read a blog doing the Outlying Fells had said this was the most underwhelming she'd done, but I think it's actually alright, you know what I mean? It's something different, if I could call it that. But yeah, we'll head down to Pooley Bridge now, onto the next one. So this is actually the path up from Pooley Bridge, and it's quite steep. It's been raining the last few days as well, heavy, so slippy underfoot. The dog's absolutely flying through it, but nearly went on our arse a couple of times. The route I originally looked at, I'd suggested coming up here from the car park. I can actually see Pooley Bridge there. You probably can't see it on the camera. But yeah, we're nearly back down. Go that way, mate.
That is so slippy.
I know.
Like, you should not get.
Go under, Bella. Under.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you're on it. It's so wet in, isn't it?
I am soaked.
I know.
Come on, Belle.
Oh, this is so dodgy. I tell you what, mate, it's so wet in here and slippy. Like the path, all loads of path here is non-existent. So just getting to the car park, the route had said we should have parked in. Looks quite busy actually. Saying that, it is Pooley Bridge, it's always busy. But yeah, as I say, you can easily park up the road in the lay-by. If it depends if you want to pay money or not. I'm not actually sure how much the car parks are around here. I think they're quite expensive, to be honest. But yeah, we've got to cross the bridge as well now. Like that, mate. So basically this is the way we headed up to do the Ullswater way in the start of the year, and it looks like it's probably just on the start of the Ullswater way, this fell, and then you come back through Pooley Bridge. But I went just out of curiosity, I checked the car park, and in that car park the route had recommended, and it was, I think it was £5 for 2 hours, 6 for 4 and 8 for 24 hours, but the route says it's around 2 hours, but I think we'll be doing it a bit longer, to be honest. And obviously if you want time to just go round Pooley Bridge and stuff, and it's probably actually a bit easier than parking on a lay-by, but obviously you can do it free if you want as well. Look at that view of Ullswater, man. Never gets old. Unbelievable. You can see how bad this rain's been, how much water's running down that road. That is literally all the way into Pooley Bridge. But yeah, we're heading up there now. So we've been walking just on an hour, but the heat, man. Middle of October, it was absolutely freezing this morning when I got up and left ours about 6. I'm pouring with sweat now, but I can't even be bothered putting my layers back in my bag, as I'll be turning around soon anyway. We're doing like a little bit of a circular and then basically back through Pooley Bridge to the car, so we'll be heading back down soon. The summit shouldn't be too far off, but yeah, look at that, man, unbelievable. Always a good view, probably one of the best I've ever seen the lakes. Personally, like, love it around here. So you can just see we've just cut in off the main path down here through these ferns. I wasn't actually sure this path was going to be here, but yeah, it's clear. And yeah, I've walked that way many a time, so I won't have passed this before because it's up there in the hills somewhere. But yeah, it's good, can't complain about the views. Weather's great, good day for it. It says there's a disused quarry here. Don't know what that is. Don't really fancy going through them bushes, to be honest. Found another way round. Ah, looks like it's just been filled in, to be honest. That would have been good. You can see we've come a fair whack of distance and parked by the boathouse. on the corner of the lake, and there's Pooley Bridge. Probably actually makes sense that this was a quarry because the dip in the floor, and they probably filled it in years ago. It's grown over. We was actually meant to go round there in a circle. This actually looked like a better path. You can just cut it over to the summit. There's some rocks there. I don't think that's the summit though. A bit further behind. Yeah, so this path's actually quite nice. Nice and clear. Ah, is that the summit? Is that people sitting there? Yeah, it's a couple of people sitting on the summit. Yeah, we'll just have a quick break here. Have a look at the view for about 10 minutes and have a drink, and then head over to the summit and then back down. Just let them people have a little chill there for a bit. Just heading over to the summit where all those people are. Had a nice little chill there for about 20 minutes with that view. Unbelievable. Tell you though, we weren't expecting a lot of people to be around on these ones. But yeah, actually look at that though. Probably can't even get the perspective on this camera how good that looks. What's that in it? Yeah. Delta. Wasn't even a summit. The summit's there. It's where everyone's just been sitting then. It wasn't actually the summit. You can just see the summit there. Nice little viewing spot there. It's like a seat. And then look at that. Madness, man. The blogger read about this. The woman had said this was her favourite view in the whole of the lakes, and she'd done the Wainwright and she was doing the Outliers, and I can't really disagree. You know, there's a couple I think that are better, but yeah, this is sick, like. But yeah, anyway, I'll head over there now and bag that. This dog's absolutely crackers. Thinks I've got a ball in my pocket and keeps walking behind me. I haven't got nothing, Bella. It's in the car. Wow. Nice little summit this, man. Heughscar hill, 375 metres. Yeah, now I get that woman's blog when she said it was one of the best sights from a summit. Look at that, man. I know I've said it about 30 times today, but that is still one of the best. Unbelievable. There's some more rocks over there. So that's 2 Outlying Fells for this walk, and it's only short, and then we've got to head back through Pooley Bridge back to the car. It's only quite early, and that's the good thing about the Outlying Fells. There's a couple that are a bit longer, maybe like 4 or 5 hours. Most of them are quite short, but yeah, do you know what? I've been dead apprehensive about doing these for months, and so far it's been worth it today. And obviously I've done another route this morning before I came here, and even that was good. It's only about 12 o'clock, so I'll put my stuff in the car now and probably go and sit in the pub for an hour before heading home. But yeah, it's been a good one, man. That's the Ullswater way below, so we're just above that. We're going to cut down through here somewhere in a minute. But yeah, it's a decent little walk, this. I think that's the good thing about these Outliers, that they're not massively long days. You can just take your time. On some of the actual Wainwright bagging routes, when we were doing like, say up to 10 hours, you're murdering the time, and you know, you've got to carry loads of stuff, food and all that with you, and we've basically got the bare bones with us now. Couple of drinks and a few snacks. Water for the dog, but you're not going too far out of the way. I wish I'd have started these probably before the Wainwrights, and if you haven't done the Wainwrights, this would probably be good to do beforehand, sort of get a taste for it, or even build your fitness up to them other walks if you're not too fit, like. But yeah, they're decent. It's been decent the first 2 so far. Just as you thought it was on a boggy one. Never fails with the Al Wainwright, mate. Just as we're about to come onto the road as well. Right people, Dunmallard and Heughscar Hill. Let's get into it. So if you search the Duke of Portland Boathouse, which is just outside of Pooley Bridge, as you can see on the map here, and there's the first outlying fell, Dunmallard Hill Fort. This is a free lay-by just up the road from the main part of Pooley Bridge, 5 or 10 minutes walk. And if you zoom in, you can see a lay-by here. I'll just show you the boathouse quick. So there's the boathouse. I think that's a Airbnb accommodation. But if you turn round, there's double yellow stop there, and you could probably fit, I'd say 5 or 6 cars here. And when I got there around 11 AM, there was actually a couple of spaces to get in, and most of Pooley Bridge was full, to be honest. So it's a great parking spot. The only thing is, just walking around this corner, you can see you've just got to walk down the road, so just be careful of oncoming cars. I'll show you quick how far you've got to walk up. This is literally 2 minutes away, around this corner, and you end up here. And as you can see here, there's Dunmallard Hill, the first outlying fell, and then there's a path running straight into Pooley Bridge. There is actually another car park that had been built here recently. Not actually sure on the price of that, as I've never parked there. This was the one it's actually asked me to park in, Dunmallard car park, which is basically right in Pooley Bridge. And the bridge going over there, as you'll all know if you've been there, it's on the end of that. So the path up to Dunmallard Hill is actually just through here. So you're literally at the bottom of it. And there's the main bridge over to Pooley Bridge. You can see the pubs and stuff there. And yeah, you can see the car parking. A lot of spaces. I actually took the dog for a swim in the river here, and I checked the car parking, and if I can remember rightly, it was about £4 for 2 hours, and then it was about £6 for 4 and £8 for the day, I think. You know, if you're happy to park there, you're straight onto the hill. Otherwise, the free parking is literally no more than 10 minutes either way onto the journey, and you save yourself a few quid. Obviously, it's handy as well, the free one, if you want to hang around Pooley Bridge for the day, maybe go to pub after your walk or whatever, so you're not having to rush for time if you don't want to pay the £8 for the full day. If you actually put this into Google Maps, it says it's a 13-minute walk or a 2-minute drive. But I did mention on the video, just walk up this road and you can cut through up to the top of the summit, or the hill fort, whatever you want to call it. Just depends if you want to pay or not. But anyway, yeah, it's a nice and easy one for you. And then we'll have a look at the route. As you can see here where I parked, and I started the route. And as I've just said, you literally go around that road and you jump onto that path I mentioned there, which is part of the Ullswater way, it says here. And you can just cut up on the path here through the forest. The Ordnance Survey don't actually list the height of it, but it says the settlement. So the height's actually 240 metres. Path coming up here was actually quite good. It was quite clear. It was quite steep, to be honest, because when I was walking up it, I was really sweating and out of breath. And as it said in the video, it is literally just a forest, so there's nothing up there and nothing to signify the summit. You'll know when you're at the highest point, it's pretty obvious. But anyway, yeah, that's the first summit of this walk. And as I've mentioned, you could have parked here, went straight up and straight back down and carried on the walk. Although what I would say, this is very steep and slippy, this part. And with it being quite wet from the last few weeks when I was up there, it was very slippy. And then from the first summit, you just head through Pooley Bridge to the actual town centre, and you pass a few pubs and shops and stuff like that before heading down a road up to the next fell, Heughscar Hill. It's just a nice and straightforward one, and it actually ends up on part of the Ullswater way. So the route had actually asked me to carry on down here and around the bend. I could see on the map it was actually easy just to cut in rather than circling round the back of it, and probably saved a bit of time. You can actually see it says disused quarries, and there was some like reminiscence of it being there. There's a big dip in the floor and it looked like it would have been there years ago, and it's maybe been filled up over time. There's some grass grown over, but some nice paths around this area before you head up to the summit. And I did mention I seen some people sitting on like a ledge, and I thought that was the summit from far away while I was taking a break, but it's actually a nice viewing point over towards Ullswater. As you can see, you've got a lovely view over there, mate, one of the best in the lakes. And it's just a nice simple one, this, to be honest. And Heughscar Hill, 375 metres. So actually one of the best views from a summit I've ever seen in the lakes. Even after doing the Wainwright, you just can't beat that view, mate. And yeah, the paths are quite nice around there, to be honest. Not too bad. And then you head off back towards Pooley Bridge. And again, there's a few ways you can walk through there, but nice and straightforward. Just take your pick. So you can see on Ordnance Survey, Heughscar. It did ask me to go over there, but I knew that wasn't a summit. So I veered off down a different path that looked quicker, as I bagged me 2 summits for the day. And then coming off through this section, this is quite boggy in parts and a bit watery. So again, try and wear boots if you can, or have a pair of spare socks in your bag, because there's a lot of mud and a lot of water on this last area before you come off the fells back through Pooley Bridge. But yeah, in general, most of them paths are quite nice. I think they're not walked very much, to be honest. Although I did see a few people up there, I don't think they're massively popular. So it's sort of a positive and a negative, in the sense that like the paths are quite nice, but I'm assuming some of them grow over and stuff over time. But yeah, you know what, it was a great little summit, that, to be honest. And I preferred that to probably 50% of the 214 Wainwright. So again, it goes to show that the outliers are probably worth doing. But yeah, nice and easy one for you. And then it's just literally, yeah, a circle, and you go back on yourself, back through Pooley Bridge to the car. But yeah, it's a nice and straightforward walk, not too strenuous. And it's only a few hours, so it's not a long one, to be honest. You can see me stats here. So the distance was 5.4 mile. Time spent moving, 2 hours and 9 minutes. So my track recorded time is 2 hours and 46 minutes. We sat off for a bit round Heughscar Hill, and we gave the dog some water and stuff like that. So that added a bit of time on. But on the Walking Englishman website, he had suggested it would take 2 hours. And obviously 2 hours moving time, that's pretty decent, as I added on probably 10 minutes either way, walking in from the lay-by. So his time was pretty accurate there. And he'd said 4 miles, but I ended up doing 5.4, which is the extra part, probably parking where I did. But yeah, you can see from the elevation profile, not a lot, to be honest. What was it, 1,000 foot of ascent? So as it said in the video, what the thing I like about these Outlying Fells is, because they're not massive days out like the 214 Wainwrights where you're doing up to 10 hours a day. These are a few hours at a push. You've got the whole day to do what you want then. We actually just went in the Crown afterwards and had our lunch, and then headed home about 4 p.m. So, you know, it's not a massively long day. You've got a lot more time in hands to do other things afterwards. So it'd be interesting to see other parts of the lakes now. Obviously doing these outliers, because a lot of them are dotted around places I've not been. But we'll see how we get on with them, as I'll be carrying these on for the next few months. But yeah, nice and easy one for you there. But as always, people, I'll link everything in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.